All right, here we go again. Welcome back on PowerMad. This is Aviassembly. This is going to be the final missions, if everything goes well. It should go well. I can't imagine why it wouldn't. I mean, I barely remember building this plane last stream, but I kind of do, and I don't think it's done, so I do think we have some work to do yet. But, anyway, before we get started, I want to say thanks to everybody who's been watching and enjoying the series. If you're watching this on YouTube later and happen to see, go ahead and if you'd like to see more, throw a subscription up on YouTube or a comment. Let me know. If you'd like me to continue, there's been requests for me to do electric only. I'm all right with trying that if people want to see it. But you guys got to let me know. Is it something you want to actually watch? But, so for now, I got to figure out, I don't even know how much payload I have on here, so we got to go to edit plane quick and see where I left off here. Payload, actually, 127. That's more than I would have thought. Okay. Let's... Do I have fuel tanks? Oh. I think I was just screwing around, wasn't I? Yeah, I've got jet engines inside. I don't think I actually had this thing, like, for real set up. Let's find out. Does it fly more than 10 seconds? Oh, we're at full speed. Oh, yeah. Got a decent amount of fuel. I saw scrap. We don't really need it at the moment, though. We're doing a test. All right. I think we're all right on fuel. I gotta get back to the ground. There we go. Found it. Lawn dart. All right. So, I guess we will try to use that one then. I wanted to make sure before I even put any time in. What do we got to do? Radioactive waste. We can't do that one. We'll have to build a special plane for that. We got the 3 chemicals here. 2 fish. I don't know if we have enough for the 2 fish. Let's try the 2 fish. Let's try. We might need more fuel for that, though. That's a... Oh, wow, that was close. That's a pretty long flight. But we might be able to make up for it with the speed. We've got a good amount of speed. Oh, yeah, we got plenty. Oh, more scrap. Oh, shit. Okay, we have too much speed. I gotta have to learn to scrub off that speed a little quicker, huh? Even after that hard bank and the parachutes, we're still doing 150. Well, 140. Well, technically we're good. Okay, I gotta learn to land this one. We came in a little hard. Saying, might be a little firm. All right, 2 fish, right? And that is going to be 60. Yeah, we can take that, no problem. Boop, boop. Let's go. It's just going to be the landing, I think, more than anything. Oh, and the wing stress. We can't go full speed. If we go full speed, we'll rip our wings off. Can't have that. Makes it really hard to fly. Okay, scrub. Scrub, keep scrubbing. All right, under 100. Glide it in. Well, I didn't quite glide that in very good. Okay, I'm really gonna have to struggle with this landing. What can I do to make it easier to land, other than not screw it up? I think that might just be the answer. I just gotta not screw it up. Okay. So we'll get right up to the point of losing the wings, maybe. Just to give us a couple extra seconds. Oh, man. It's hard landing at 400 miles an hour. Well, actually, I guess it was only 140. Oh shit! Okay, there. Get the wheels down. Let's go. All right, we're under 200. We got a lot of time. Get the nose up. Almost landed properly. Hey, that wasn't too bad. It was a little firm, but we got it. I usually don't have this extreme of an aircraft when I'm doing this mission. The first time I've tried it was something that volatile, I guess you could say. Normally when I've messed with anything at this speed, it was in creative mode or in sandbox. And yeah, it's a lot easier when you don't ever have to land. That does make life simpler. All right, but hey, we got one done. So that's done now. This one just needs the final stuff. This one's done. This one is done. Are we really down to just the chemicals and the big finale? We'll have to build a new plane for that. All right. Well, let's see. We're going to use partial throttle. Not even going to put the landing gear up. Ugh, that's actually stressful, and I'm just starting. I haven't done anything today. I'm barely awake, damn it. Ugh. All right. This thing's hard to fly. It doesn't help that I'm using canards on the tail, but, you know, it's the only thing that can actually hold the pressure. All right, refuel. How much are chemicals? 40, 80. Oh. So we have just enough for 3 chemicals. The problem is the next one's more than 3 chemicals. Well, isn't that just gonna be lovely? All right. Well, we'll probably crash first time anyway. Let's just see. So 3 is our max. Definitely not dropping my landing gear or stopping it. Drop the speed a bit. There we go. Go. Ooh. That should be close enough. Thank you. I have to say, that's the easiest I've ever done that mission. Speed-wise. I thought I had some fast planes before, but I never built anything like this for the actual game. Now they need 5. So I think, just because we can, go to the airport, and let's see, 40, 80, so we need 160 for how much we can carry. Let's see if we can just do that with what we got here. We'll pop that off, maybe? Then the main, no. Well, I guess a little. And put, no. All right, yeah, there you go. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Oh no, I didn't mean to. Stop it. Okay, here, this is the one. Need 160 total. Ooh, she's getting a little bit longer just to have. I like a little extra. All right, where are we at on our center of gravity? That's now no good either. Wait, we need mirror. Let's move these. Yes, here, yeah. Then, come on. Oh, wait, I forgot. Turn that off, do that there. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, and then go to here. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hard to do sometimes from the wrong angle. Makes it look like it's a place it isn't. Alright. About there. See how that... Get off there. Looks alright. Looks alright. Center of gravity needs to be in front of the wheels. It's pretty close, but I mean, let's see if it yells at me. It doesn't. All right. Well, let's find out if this will work. Didn't mean to do that. Get rid of that. No. Go away. All right, we're all good now. Let's go. Let's see if it still flies all right. Still fast enough. That's for sure. Technically, too fast. Is there ever such thing? Oh, God. Let's go ahead and try another approach, shall we? I am so not used to this amount of speed and having to land it. And without proper tail, you don't cooperate a whole lot on the turns. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Well, we got it. We got it eventually. Turn! Unfortunately, there's just no tails that can hold the pressure of what we need from this thing. All right, so we should be able to take all 7. Wait, what? Or 5. Oh, shit, 5. I only did it for 4. No! I don't know why I said 7 either. I don't even know what the hell I was thinking, but yeah. I only calculated for 4. Oh, doofus. Okay, well. Ooh, that was a rough one. But should be close enough. Just need to slow down. Ah. That sucks. So 160. We needed one for 200. I'm going to go ahead and do it for 200 because that's what it was supposed to be, apparently. Oh, fail. 170. How bad is this going to screw my plane up? Holy crap. Yeah, this whole different challenge all of a sudden. There, 202. Oh, God. I'll be surprised if this thing flies halfway decent. Yeah, we definitely need to move the wings again. About there, maybe. Yeah, there. I remember to do the angle for once, and I clicked on the wrong thing. Try that again. There. There. Shoot. That actually still has me in the wrong spot. So that means I gotta go here and there. Oh wait, I didn't. That's the wings, or yeah, that's the wheels, not the wing. I'm so used to always having the wings, or the wheels on the wings. Didn't even think about it. I didn't probably even need to do any of this. Actually, hold on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it. Fine. See, how's it look? Wings could go in just a hair, huh? Just a hair. But those wheels, they need to move back here. Tuck those up there a little bit. In just a hair because they're sticking out just a little. Put those up a little further. Yeah. This one's annoying the hell out of me. That's an engine, not a landing gear. All right, but now the wheels are in the right spot. It's not pretty anymore. I kind of liked it before. It wasn't exactly perfect. But it at least had some style. This thing's just getting to be... But all right, let's see. I should have saved it before I started tinkering. How's she gonna fly? Oh, we're already on the chemicals mission. Never mind, hold on. Oh, she don't take off as well. That's for sure. She smacks her butt trying to get off the ground. Oop, lift. Not terrible, not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. Yeah, we're going to build some more stuff at the end of this, I think. I didn't realize we were that close to being done. For some reason, I thought we still had a ways to go. So we need 5 to do the mission correctly. There we go. We're going to do it with all 5, even though we don't need all 5 anymore. But that bugs me. I meant to do all 5 and did my math wrong, wasn't thinking about it. 5,000, 4,000, now. Not the smoothest, but not the worst landing. And we got it. 25 scraps. Okay. Yeah, chemicals expired. Yeah. Those were disposable chemicals. All right. So now, I think we have, I think it's got to be 600, right? It actually still flies all right, but it uses a lot more fuel. I think I cut the engine a little far. Yeah, I definitely did. All right, but anyway, we have to build a new plane. Let's see if we've got anything else to unlock. We'll unlock everything at this point. First time for you, what the heck is this game? Well, it's the end of the game. You build planes. Yeah, unlock parts by finding, getting rewards like scraps and, looks like resistors. And now, at the end, I'm just using it to unlock a bunch of stuff I probably won't use until I get into creative mode afterwards. Got wrecked? Oh, yeah. I landed a little hard. I ran out of fuel. But I also wasn't on a mission. I was just going to look at something, so it's not a big deal. I have to rebuild. I have to build a whole new plane for the next mission, so. We were done with that plane for that reason. Oh, I'm actually out of scrap? Really? I won't be, but I am for now. All right, but we're not going to use any of that for now anyway, so it's okay. All right, so what should we call this one? Speedy. Delivery. Speedy delivery. Yeah, that one works because that's all that thing was good for. The original one was a little more interesting, but all right. So we're gonna get rid of this one, and then we've got to build the big one. So this one needs to be able to haul 600. But yeah, to give you the short rundown, dude. Yeah, you just have a bunch of different missions for a bunch of different places. You start off with the most basic of basic plane and work your way up through simple, simple depending on how you do them. I made it way more complicated than I need to because, I'm me and can't do anything the right way. Not on purpose. And, okay, so we got 2 separates. Good. This isn't going to be right. I'm going to have to pull that off. Anyway, so you get more stuff unlocked, and then you can build a better plane, and you can do heavier duty missions. It's not a long game, but it's an inexpensive game, and it has a lot of fun. And then there's also a sandbox/creative mode also. So you can just build crazy shit. All right, so that there, slap that back on the end. The reason I oversized it is I want change tail config. Ooh, we're gonna have to do it even more. That might actually be way too long. Yeah, let's go maybe to here. Sounds like a fun game. Game looks interesting for sure. I've been playing Cubic Odyssey. Basically, No Man's Sky meets Minecraft. Yep, I know the game. Yep, been a lot of fun, like building crazy shit. Yeah, no. I've had a few people mention that one to me. When it was still in demo. I think it came out on, 14th? But yeah. I went ahead and applied for a key. I did not get one. So, I won't be playing. I wasn't surprised. My my stream numbers are a lot different than they were last year before the RV thing, and I had to basically miss out on 8 months of streaming. It really cut down the numbers, you know. So, channel doesn't look quite the way it used to. It's all right. Getting back, finally. Took a while. You got like 40 plus hours already? You love it? Nice. That is always a fun thing. Just realized I never finished, or I never fixed size problem here, because then I put the tail on, lost a bunch of dimension. Gotta make sure we can hold all that. 600 for capacity. 602 will work right there. So that is gonna be our main body, I think. See if our center of gravity, if I guessed right. Pretty close. Pretty close. I still have some more stuff to put on. Not a bad. So we're gonna need, let's get the landing gear out of the way. But move them under the wing. They are going to, I think we're gonna have to reverse these. If we have any hopes of making those fit without moving the wings too far. Actually, let's put them out here. It'll be more stable. Then take the wings, shoot them back just enough. Maybe, you know what? Maybe a touch. Ah, no, not the. Grabbed the wrong thing. That 8 months. Yeah, still not working full time at least. Side streaming. Yeah, well, yeah. All right, there. I don't know if that's going to work, actually. I think we're going to drag fuselage. I'm going to have to bring those wings down. Not that far. Not trying to build an Imperial fighter. All right. That's just, doesn't that just seem like the nose is way out too far in front of those wings? But I guess that is how it looks sometimes, doesn't it? All right, and we will put a single. Maybe not that far up. I did not mean to make 2 of those. Did just turn mirror mode off, but I need it for the next one, so I'm just... Okay. There. That will... I don't want it to prop me up quite that far. Let me that up a little bit. The front end's already going to be light, so the rear end's going to be squished down. And how's Kitten? Oh, Kitten's awesome. Kitten's always good. What are you talking about? All right. Suppose we ought to get some engines. There's really only one engine that works for this very well. Well, other than maybe some of the electrics. We haven't tried those. That will be for a different playthrough. Rocket ones work awesome. Or not. Are these rocket? No. The big jet. Another set of wings. Do the planes have to be able to physically balance? I would assume. I would be terrible at this. Couldn't even beat bridge construct. Polybridge? Do you have Polybridge? Polybridge was awesome if you like stuff like that. I don't know if that's enough thrust, but I don't think we can afford. We cannot. Another set. Only have, well, we can have 5 technically. I could stick one up here on the fuselage. Is there anything else I need other than, oh yeah. Pretty sure I'm going to need fuel tanks. Let's go ahead and we're going to slap a parachute on its tail here. And then we will give her a quick test flight before we make a final decision. All right, let's see how it acts. All right, well, she's definitely front wheel light, I would say. All right, well, that's fine. That just helps get off the runway. It's actually got pretty good attitude. Lawn dart. Okay, so we do need the extra fuel. Maybe I should quit lawn darting the planes, but it's so much fun. I enjoy it. It's fun. It amuses me to no end. All right, let's take a couple of these. We'll put them, let's put them way up here. Get some weight up here on the damn nose. All right. That's going to make it fun to move them into the body, but, oh, actually, that's not so bad. All right, is 2 enough? Let's see. We just need enough to get from one end of this map to the other, so let's see if that was enough of a change. We'll head over to the reactor and see. Is Wild reminds you of Airplane, Kerbal Space Program. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I've got Kerbal Space. I never played it because by the time I got it, nobody else wanted to see it anymore. Oh gosh. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't come anywhere near the runway, but we did make it here. Want to try it? Let's give it a shot. Reset on the runway so it refuels us and everything. Oh, goodness. I don't know if this will work, but we'll find out. We will find out shortly. Come on. There we go. Surprisingly stable. I think this is probably the most stable one I've had for this mission. I'm pretty pleased. Hey, Galaxy, how's it going? Back at you. Going all right here. Uh-oh. We are really close on bingo fuel. Uh-oh. Drop throttle. We need to drop some speed anyway. Be able to glide with these big old wings. At that speed. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. One of the heaviest loads and one of the best landings. Radioactive materials are now securely stored in the bunker. You've contained the dangers of the islands, and the islands are safe again. Your mission is complete. Well, kinda, but I'm not done. But yeah, so thank you so much for helping us out. The islands are safe again. Here, have a whole bunch of money. So now we can build whatever. We should be able to open up, I think, almost everything. There's a few pieces of random scrap we've seen around, but... Nice flying ace. Yeah, that was one of very few decent landings. I did a lot of bad landings. A lot of them. Wait, my throttle still up? Oh, okay, it was shutting down. All right. I think we are fully done. I don't think we have any missions that we've missed, right? We'll double check. You know, I saw somebody else play through this. They actually had to do this toxic waste stuff, nuclear waste stuff, twice. I've noticed they must have changed some of the missions around recently. I don't think it was a very old playthrough. Actually, what got me hooked on the game, I just saw somebody playing it, and they're like, you know, that just looks like a fun little relax game. Bought it, and binge played it through the whole damn thing in one day, and decided, you know, maybe I should stream this. This is a pretty fun game. But yeah, it's been a good time. Yeah, I think, yeah, like I said in the very beginning, probably before most of the people who are in live, if people want to see more of this, there have been requests for different kinds of runs, like an electric only run, stuff like that. Leave comments, leave likes, subscribe on YouTube. So later on, if you see this, yeah, let me know. It's got a week, and if I got some comments and whatever for next week that are interested in that, and also, you know, for comments, just leave me suggestions as to what you think. You like the idea of an electric run? You want to mix? What kind of thing you want us to try to figure out? Only biplanes? I don't know if that would work, but hey, we could figure something. There's lots of options. All right, well, that does appear to be the end of all of these. So, go to our garage here. unlock whatever we can that's still remaining. I think we have enough for everything, right? That. Oh, solar panels, huh? Look at there. Even have some to spare, and we didn't even find all the random scrap. Sure, it's all gone. It is. You know what I haven't messed with at all are these balloons. I'm not sure how that functions, but hey, let's go find out. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. So used to going up there to reset. Let's go take a peek here. I think I like this plane. I'm gonna keep it. Actually, you know what? Since I'm gonna keep it, paint it. The painting, I mean, I wish they'd let you paint a little more. I can't even paint the engines, but you know, all right. Now we can save it as final hauler. Sure, why not? Final destination? No. Then we would never make it. It would just be lawn dart every time. All right, so now we got that one kept. I want to see what the hell's up with this balloon thing. You have to have something else to use the balloon. All right, so what do you use with a balloon? Here, let me just throw a cockpit out. Now, can I look at the balloon? I can. Oh, that's interesting. This gets into the weird machines version. I'm intrigued. All right. That. I want the mirror off. I keep leaving it on accidentally. Okay, so if he has a couple balloons, we got to do some testing here quick before we get into anything too serious. I'm not putting too much effort into it until I know it actually works, or how it works for that matter. Okay. We won't put a prop on it or anything yet. It has no wheels. That should be fine. It's great. Yeah, totally. Who needs wheels? All right, so the balloons, do I fill them? Nope. Nope. I take it you can't just, you can't add heat to the balloons. So, what the hell are you supposed to do with these then? I was thinking you could, like, raise and lower the machine. Hard to call it a plane at this point. With, maybe some keys here, but I'm not... Oh, there's the map. I'm not seeing anything that seems to be doing anything, so what do you do with the balloons? I have no idea. Let's see. All right, well, let's take some advice from them, and let's give it a couple wheels. If it really can't imagine that makes that much difference, but hey, mirror that, please. Same thing. Aw. Okay, mirror off again. I'm guessing we're going to need an engine of sorts, so I'm going to give it this one. Why not? I feel like I'm missing the point of the balloon. Really don't quite get that. Big balloon, lift 2.5. 1. Are these just to help? A 0.1 weight? Are these to help like electrics, or can you run a balloon machine on its own? I don't know. And if so, how many balloons does it take? Let's add some more balloons. I don't think it's going to work that way though. Still going to need ailerons and whatnot to direct our flight. But let's go ahead and put 6 of these. Why not? All right. Let's get lighter wing. No. Hell, I don't think it really matters. What's the Yeah, go with that. Use that. Mirror. Oops. That didn't mirror. This is silly looking, but just really concerned with these. I don't understand what their use of the balloons are. I love how it says new quest when there totally isn't. Oh, wow. Oh, that works. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to work, but working. Wings? Who needs wings? I just need a couple ailerons, damn it. I'm not even in creative mode. I'm just using my regular files. Screw it. Whee. Wow. I can't slow down. I should have put a parachute on. I can't do anything. It looked like we were going to have a nice landing, and then yeah, we couldn't stop. All right, let me go back to base. We need to put a parachute on the back of this. Balloons are awesome. Apparently, balloons are way more cool than I thought they were because I never even tried them before. But as that stood, here we'll double parachute. Why not? We'll get to a dumber engine in a minute. We still got to tinker with it. I gotta still get my head around this weird ass thing. All right, let's go. Gets up to speed pretty quick. Lifts off real easy with nothing but tail. That's so strange. Seems pretty fuel efficient. I don't know how I'm yawing, but I don't even have a thing to make me yaw. But hey, what the hell, right? Here. Oh, I never looked. What was our top speed? I'm not turning real well, so that's not a surprise. Maybe we need a little more thrust. There we go. No fuel. Oh, but look at that gentle landing. Oh my god. Apparently I should have had these the whole time. I wonder what would happen. Remember the jet that I was using that I was having so much trouble landing because it was 1,000+ miles an hour. I wonder if that could have made my landings a lot easier and how much it would have slowed us down. Or would we have ripped them clean off? I think we would have ripped them clean off, honestly. All right, let's see. Load cargo. How much weight can I even carry? I can only carry... Oh, I cannot carry much. 91, huh? And almost no weight. So that gives me a total of 6. All right, let's try taking off with that. Oh, wow. Yeah, like nothing. I'm rather shocked. I kind of wish I had tried balloons a little earlier. Yeah, I wonder if we couldn't have a really different playthrough on this, just trying the different things. Because I know there's some solar panels in there and other stuff also. Okay, so 100+ miles an hour, not terrible. Look at it. Oh, wait, we bounced a little bit. Hold on, there we go. That is so much easier to fly. Holy crap. You also love the idea of putting parachutes on jets and airliners. Delta 422 coming into LTX, deployed 42 parachutes. Damn right. Damn right. Hey, some of the places they put you in here for landing, this plane won't make it. Let's go over here. I'm going to save this one for now as balloon. Balloon. I don't even have these things on straight. I don't care. I didn't actually think it was going to fly. All right, let's see. Where is the one I just made? What the hell was it called? Faster wings. It rips his wings off. Yeah. I was working on this. Let me see. I haven't quite got it down yet, but I got to remember what the key is. I haven't messed with it. I kind of forgot I made it. Is it, yeah. E and Y, that's right. So, it's really troubling trying to fly this thing. But yeah, you can just tilt the wings. And you can, theoretically, go into VTOL mode, although it doesn't work very good. Oh, God. Low fuel. Yep, it's going to lawn dart here soon. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I can even make it to that airport. I'll try. Come on. No lawn dart. I moved the wings way too far. But yeah, that was another one. I don't think I'm doing a VTOL playthrough. Yeah, this was, even just this, as simple as it looks, it's just a pain in the butt. I'm sure other people have got it sorted, though. But here, if I try to do that, let's see. Oh, shit. See? It doesn't work real well for the VTOL port. I think I need, something on the back. So I think I can't just have this in the front. I think I have to have, I have to make it more of a quad rotor. Well, I mean, it is a quad, but you know what I mean. One off each corner. As it is, it doesn't work real well. And right now, this is just not where I want to put any energy. But yeah, it's an interesting plane, though. I'll give it that. That it was. Save the takeoff, lost. Yeah, the tree just ate my lunch right there. Yep. Speedy delivery. Yeah, that's one we'll use. We'll grab that. We just made this one. All right. Let's see. So, tight landing spaces. Oh, hell. I want to go over here. That's not the right one. I'm just trying to get into the neighborhood of the right one. Almost 1,000 miles an hour. But yeah, so this one, nice easy airport right there. No problem. That's not the one I'm worried about. The hard one to land is when you have to build the large... Yeah, this one. When you have to build the large capacity jet. Oh, come on, turn. This thing is so not happy, it's going to crash. Oh, I clipped a tree. Oops. I was so busy watching the turn, or trying to make it turn, I didn't even realize I was too close to the damn trees. That plane is so fast compared to the others, yeah. Oh, this isn't my fastest plane. This is my fastest plane in survival, basically. In story mode. Speaking of, there's no reason to stay in story mode. So let's go ahead and save. Quit. Yep. 3-2, power 0. Yeah, I never beat the trees. The trees always win. We got a sandbox. Wish you could get the whole map. Yeah, this one, we'll try that one. Test around on that one. That's where we just were. So, load. The fastest one I have is the X1. So, for those who weren't here when I explained it before, the reason it's called the X1 is the Bell X1 was the first aircraft in the United States to break the speed of sound. So, yeah. And this one, since it was the fastest plane I could even think of making, I figured I'd name it after the most famous first fast aircraft. I don't even need the landing gear. It just takes straight off. Watch the speed. You can go straight up. Oh, I forgot about that. Hold on. There is something with the game that if you try to change direction at a certain speed, you just disintegrate, which, I mean, is fine. But it doesn't happen every time. It's only once in a while. And also, I might blow up at 4,000, 5,000 miles an hour out of nowhere. But wait, we're going straight up. We're not even full throttle. And at 5,000, it just exploded. At 5,000, just under 5,000 miles an hour. That's all I built this thing for, was just to see the speed it could go. Why was it turning? It's doing weird things today. Hold on. I wasn't turning. The plane just decided to start turning. All right, we're going to accelerate slowly. Look at this. This is like almost 30% throttle. We're already over 1,000 miles an hour. Now, I don't know why she's blowing up. And Yeto and I were building planes back and forth in Discord like 2 weeks ago. And we had the problem here and there. The wings, like the wingtips, would get a jitter at certain speeds. And then they would explode. But it was not consistent. This is your VTOL, not the L? Yeah. Oh, this thing pretty much would take off vertically if I stood it up on her tail, yeah. But, all right. Bump the speed up a little bit. I want to see if we can make it to where the wings blow off. This thing is essentially a missile. That's what I made it for. But it's the fastest I could make something. But now it just wants to blow up. I don't know if it's... Let me look on Steam, see if there was an update. Maybe they changed things. No, I don't see any updates. Interesting. Oh, there's a reason I kept this one over a bunch of others, because this one was stable. It didn't keep blowing up, but now it does. Let me quit. Yes. How's it so fast? Don't see any engines? Secret. I'll show you in a minute. Back to... Am I using flat or desert? I'm just trying a different thing, just in case it's something related to terrain for some reason. Oh, let me show you this one for a second. We were trying to build X-Wings. So I was just kind of messing around. That's the best I came up with on a little quickie build. Not great, but... I mean, let me see. Does it fly? I don't remember if it flew. I think everything I have flies. Looks good from this angle. And it's not slow either. It's not as fast as the other one. And it doesn't fly as well. But it has... Oh, God. I'm not touching anything. We're spinning. We're losing speed because of the spin. Okay, hold on. It's stabilized. Just out of curiosity, I want to see if this thing explodes at 4,000. So this is what the other one will do also. It'll blow off its wings. Oh yeah, but this one doesn't have any extra engines. Now it really is just a lawn dart. Hey, it's got a landing gear though. All right, back to base. But yeah, that was just one of the things, one of the silly planes we were building around with. I like this one. This one I actually put a little effort into. I made this one a bit of a World War II style dogfighter. And it actually flies quite nicely. I got no complaints on this plane, other than it's slow because, well, it's a prop plane, but it's all right. Looks good, flies good. That's the important part. But it's not going to stop me from lawn darting it. There we go. There we go. Lawn dart. All right, now let's go see if we can figure out what the hell's going on with that other plane. There's a lot of weird ones in here, and some of them are just stream planes, but there were some weird planes in there too. We can look at some of those later. Perhaps. Is it just me, or is more of the engine showing through the fuselage this time? That's where the engines are, by the way, dude. I've got them internal to reduce drag. That's why I say this was the fastest version of this plane I could make. Because everything's internalized. Is this the one after? Did I save it after I added fuel? Yeah, it's a quad jet internal. And I think we're having a problem with the quad jet. So, I tell you what. Let's delete them and put new ones in. See if we can't get them just a little better. Stop it. Alright, we'll do it the easy way. Never mind. Give me this. Right there. Yeah. No, damn it. It took it away from me. Yeah, now it says 1. Alright, you know what? Screw it. We'll do one at a time. Be a dick. I can play. Oh, sorry to hear that, Duck. Fortunately, sadly, pets have a tendency of doing that. How long did you have it? What kind of bird? Oh, that don't look right. Apparently placed 2 of these. I did not realize, but that's fine. Fine. That's at a weird angle. How did that one get... I want to fix this. Fix that first. That is not the thing I meant to fix. Hold on. Back up. There we go. Alright. That's 3, right? Let's see what it does with 3, just for the hell of it. Let me check where our center of gravity is at. Should still fly alright. Drag should have no drag anywhere. I mean, obviously, there's just slights on leading edges, but that's what I'm saying. When I say this was the minimum amount of drag I could achieve, this was as best I could come up with. Because this is the most aerodynamic fuselage, or nose, cockpit, whatever. And even that has got just a touch. The wings on the deltas here are golden. They're happy. No, there's a little on the trail of the canard. It's a canard masquerading as a tail. Because the canards are the only ones that can take the wind resistance. They're the only ones that have any strength. Let me show you what I mean. So this is their strongest tail fin, I believe, and it's got a strength of 15. Canard has a strength of 50. 15. 50. I needed the 50 because otherwise, before I can even launch on some of these, I ripped the tail off the plane. So even though these really aren't functional for a real tail, it still does help keep you stable when you need it in the beginning. So, but yeah, so let's go ahead and relaunch and see if that solves our exploding problem. Uh-oh. Oh, no, see the wiggle. Remember I mentioned the wiggle? That one actually had it. Now, why? That plane should not be off balance. You know what? Let me, let's quit hiding the engines, just for the hell of it. And see if, well, no, I can't. I actually have to hide the engines. Because the fuselage is the only thing that remains afterwards. Like I said, it becomes a missile. So we'll try it with one less. See if we still get the wobble in the wingtips. We're a lot slower now. As we pass 1,500 miles an hour. We're slow now. That seems weird to say. But, okay, so we got to go past 5,000 to actually prove the test and see if it can go. Look, did you see the vibration in the wingtips right before it exploded? We still have that going on. There's got to be somebody who knows the reason why that's happening. Why it happens with some planes and not with others. I do not know that reason. These are really hard to dig back out of here sometimes. Is that all of them? Nope. Maybe. I think so. I think that's it. Might be easier if I just take the tail off and then slide the tail back on afterwards. Try that. Because that's not hurting anything. Then I can just set them down right here and put the tail on. Maybe it's a balance issue. Well, let's let it have a little bit of wind resistance. We'll leave these hanging out all pink and naked and see if that actually makes a difference. They're still going to be partially hidden, but see if that actually... There. Tuck them in so that they are not sticking out further than the others. Right? I accidentally grabbed this. Okay. Oh, it did its thing again. Hold on. No, damn it. Hold on. Back up. Back up again. There. All right. So then I need that here. Flip that back over. I mean, it doesn't look as good, but hey, who cares? Right now, we're just trying to... I have had this plane over 20,000 whatever units of speed they have, and it didn't do that. Now I'm just blowing up every time. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to go in a straight line and see what happens. Won't have to do a full straight up climb. I don't mind if the wings blow off. That's expected. But you notice she shudders and then explodes. That's what we have to overcome. Don't know why that shudder is suddenly taking place all the time. Like I said, this one was a stable plane at one point. How did I just delete all 4 of those in one go? Alright. So, you know what? Just for the hell of it. No, wait. Yeah, this is an experimental. It's not like I'm saving this. Yeah. Here. Go ahead and get rid of that. Give to me. We're going to put engines alongside the canopy. We'll have to have them attached to the canopy, or else they're going to just disappear with everything else. And since we want 4, I guess we'll put 2 more. Oh, it's going to be fussy. That's fine. What I'm doing doesn't exactly make a whole lot of sense, so I understand them being a little fussy. Okay, so here. Quick rotate. And manually do this since they don't want to do it on their own. Actually, wait. Why did I rotate those? They were the right direction. Oops. That's fine. It's easy enough to put them back. Except when you misclick. Actually, is there a way? Yeah, I can do that. Hold on. That. Make them a big old friggin' air scoop in the middle. Really need them. Wait, I'm controlling 3 of them. What the hell? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, there we go. I got it back to mirrored when I hit that one. Alright. Now, are they all connected to the fuselage? I guess we'll find out. This is a stupid looking plane. Well, let's see if it fixes our wing shutter. Or makes it worse. God damn, look at the speed on that thing. Okay, 4,000. Should we find out real soon? It takes our engines with us. Or with them. All that we're left is a cockpit doing 3,500 miles an hour. So that's not going to work. We need the engines. We definitely need the engines. So we got to find... That was fun. We got to find a way to make those hold on. So we'll merge them in just a little further. Actually, you know what? Delete them. We're going to make sure we connect to fuselage when we put them on. So yeah, we're gonna do something more like that. Now they definitely are on the canopy, no question. I had to take my landing gear off. All right, hold on. I'm gonna be able to probably do it if I come back. Oh, they want to attach to the wings. They want nothing to do with the fuselage. Really? Yeah, I mean, I can put them on the nose all goofy. Oh, wait. It's weird looking, but weird looking don't matter right now. The whole damn plane's weird looking. Right now, it's all about connection. I have to fly it. Front wheel too close to the center. I don't care. That's the least of my worries with this plane. I mean, if you're worried more about the landing gear being too close to the center of gravity, when you look at this plane, you are focusing on the wrong details, my friend. All right, so let's see. I think it's just going to explode again, though. But if it leaves our canopy, I know the wings are going to blow off. That is normal. All right, so... Hey, Fox, what's up? I'm fighting with the game. So far, the game's winning. I mean, look what it made me do. Let's try just with those top two and see if it goes. This was a plane that I have already tested and worked great. And now it doesn't want to. Now it's got the wing shutter that makes it blow up. Yeah, it will not break 6,000 anymore. I can't even get there. And like I say, this is a well-tested plane. And Yeto and I were playing this game for a couple hours, like 3 hours after stream, just building crazy shit. So this plane was well tested, and now no longer functions. But yes, no to your earlier question, the physics do not need to be perfect. That is correct. I mean, if you can find a way to build a brick, you could make it fly. Boom! Yep. I can't even lawn dart them because they don't live long enough to lawn dart. Why? Oh, why am I exploding all of a sudden? This is the large delta, right? Strength 50, strength 30. That's you, right? Yeah, that is you. Don't need any more of you. It shouldn't matter, but I'm gonna take off the landing gear. Yeah, I know, no wheels. I'm sure it'll. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, works fine. Let's see if that makes a difference. If that's throwing off some balance of some kind. 3,300. Holy crap! It got up to 3,300 fast. But yeah, it's causing a wing shimmy. I don't know. Let me try a quick thing. All right, so I'm not going to bother to save this because it don't matter. Oh, thanks, Duck. I appreciate that. Bear with me for a second. I'm going to quit the game completely. We'll have a blank screen for just a minute where it's saying, I don't know what we want to look at. I'm going to relaunch the game and see if that sorts it. It should only be a second before we have a screen again. Oh, there it is. As soon as Streamlabs catches it. Thank you. Play, load. No, not load. Close. Sandbox. Flat. It don't matter. Go. Well, that's not working. Well, yeah, but what's his name think about it? Oh, wait, he's not here. All right, let's try it again as it stands and see if it was just because reasons. Let's see if that makes a difference. All right. 2,000 passed, clean. 3, 4. Coming up to the test. 5. There we go. Haha. I just needed to reset the game. That's what it was. And now we are just a missile at over 9,000 miles an hour right now. Joseph Jamarcus, that's the guy. Yeah. The answers to everything. 10,000. And we're going straight up. So just, you thought it was fast before. I told you it was faster than that. So we're on 12,000. We've already rolled the speedometer over once. We got a bit of a wiggle going. I don't even know what our altitude is because that thing's rolled over so many times. Bro, stop quoting. But if you look, we're still accelerating extremely rapidly. We're at 14,000 by the time I get done saying that. There it goes. It will slow down. I don't remember where it starts slowing down, but let me turn my speakers down a little bit because, oh, my headphones. That is a screaming thing, and it makes me talk louder because I keep feeling like I have to talk over it. But I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me the same, whether I'm yelling at it or not. But yeah, look, we're heading for 15,000. Like I said, it goes from a really fast aircraft into a missile. I should have just restarted the beginning. You know, I had the thought that that might do it. I mean, look at the engines freaking out inside the fuselage. It just sits and vibrates because there's so much thrust going on. The pixels can't keep up. So let's see here. I'm not going to let it go all the way to 20 grand. It's already slowing down at 15. I don't know why. Usually it was faster than this, but whatever, for this, that, or the other reason. We're doing 15,000 for crying out loud. I'm not going to cry about it. It'll go over 20. But now I have to slow way down, which takes a while because I have to roll the speedometer twice, or well, once, and then now we're on our real one. Kind of like the null zone in Roblox. I don't have Roblox. Never played it. I have never played Roblox. I've never watched much. I saw a little bit of Roblox. They were doing some kind of game inside the game, but I don't remember much about it. That was a long time ago. So I will have to take your word for it. Everything just kind of glitches out at a certain distance from the center of the map. Oh, okay. I mean, hell, even Minecraft does that, doesn't it? Or I think that's only on Java Edition. Or not Java, Bedrock Edition. Where when you get like 1,000,000+ blocks out, the terrain starts to go really weird. Like, big chunks of it are missing in like straight lines and stuff. I've seen that. I've seen people's videos of it. I don't actually have Bedrock. But, all right. We're almost to a normal mile per hour. So you have to wait because if you try to turn too early, your ship explodes. I don't know why. But, I mean, it does stand to reason. You can't turn at 1,000 miles an hour. Or 15,000. All right, hold on. I gotta do a change in altitude here, or change in direction a little bit. Gotta force it because it doesn't like to do it. There we go. I don't know if that's. I don't know which way is down anymore. I think that might be down. There's a bird up here. He's not. I'm not going down then. There we go. Let me nose down further. Okay, we're accelerating again, which means we need jets. Oh shit! I bumped W. Damn it. My record dive bomb is 50,000. Whatever their air units are here. We're not going to hit that today. I don't think so. Usually solved by the map instead of the player. Oh, okay. By moving the map instead of the player. Okay. Null zone is different. Well, no, I didn't mean that it was the same. I just meant that it has a thing past a certain distance from the center where weird shit starts happening, basically. That's all. But yeah, that's my little you know, runabout plane, nice and slow, cautious, careful plane. You know, nothing fancy. Just a daily driver, very casual. I'm barely on the throttle and I'm over 300 miles an hour. Boom. Lawn dart. There we go. Alright, let's see what other planes I even have. I don't remember. Like I say, a lot of them are from stream stuff. This was one, I think I already showed it, but when I was trying to find the fastest jets, I made this longer fuselage one with 12 mini jets inside. I don't remember how good this one was. Let's find out. The null zone does appear in Minecraft, but it's much further than what you're talking about, which people call the Farlands. Yes, that is correct. It is the Farlands that I was referring to. I mean, it flies... it really wants to go in a straight line. It is much... Oh, God. Oh, I didn't think I was going to be able to pull out of that one. It does not fly anywhere near as well as that other one. And it's also, you'll notice, oh God, highly unstable. I'm trying to just flatten it out and it refuses. Oh God. Okay. Alright, now I'm not going to touch it. We're going straight. You can see the acceleration on this thing, even at 1,000, is about where the other one was at 13,000, so it's a lot slower. Makes a much better lawn dart, though. Because you just don't care about it. It's too slow. Let's see. What else we got? That one. It was an interesting concept. This is what started me down the speed path, or was one of them. See, the original Farlands, though, were just a glitch in World Generation, which was really cool. Some of the original Farland stuff, that's what I mean, they don't have them like that anymore? Original Farlands are gone now? Okay. Like I said, I've never been to them, so I've only seen video, and yeah, most of them were from old videos. We got this one to 6,300 miles an hour. See that one. Okay, that was a similar jet, just with different engines. And I know why this one... Oh, wait, maybe I don't know why this one only goes that fast. Let's see. I was going to say it's because there's none in the fuselage, but they got two in the fuselage right there. Oh, this one's much more well-behaved than the last one. I'm actually doing all those movements. All right, let's see. Much faster. Let's see what happens. Oh, poor Joseph didn't get to see the original Farlands. That's sad. Yeah, definitely nowhere near the altitude gains that we had on the other one. And this has got the same number of engines as our super fast one. Actually, no. I take it back. This has got 2 extra. And there might even be some on the inside. I have a feeling, I think I see a little white dot under there. Let me see, that's not landing here, right? Up. Might be, I don't think so. I think there might be more on the inside. And it still just cannot do the climb. And we're already basically stalled out at 3,800. Definitely lawn dart territory. Oh, it didn't even make it. Game engine glitches. That's all right. There's some interesting game glitches. So yeah, that one, it looks good. It's a good. That's a fairly good looking plane. Does not. It just couldn't hold its own. This one sucks. I'm probably gonna get rid of a bunch of these. You see the 45,000. What's that one? Oh. Yeah, this is when I was still trying to use those rocket engines. If any of you have played the game, you'll have to let me know if I'm just misunderstanding these rocket engines. The funny thing is, they are literally the most expensive engine you can get. But they're freaking awful. You're sad there are no sonic barriers in the game? I know. I wish there was a sonic boom. I mean, I really do. I'm with you on that. That would be awesome. So these are so they apparently claim 40 thrust. And let's see, fuel consumption, weight 2.8, right? This is a weight of, or sorry, 1.8. So it's almost double the weight, but 15 more thrust. And they're, watch. I don't think I have anything else in here. Double check. I think we just proved that wrong. I have at least fuel, if not something else, but we'll see. We'll do our same climb. We'll just assume it's just jets or just rockets. Look at the speed. If that has, extra 15 thrust on top of the other, why am I accelerating so slow compared to the other? Here, we'll pull up our landing gear. I don't know. Let's see what our top speed ends up being. It don't look like much. I don't even think we're going to hit 1,000 very easily. Null zone happens, I believe, and don't quote me on this, because of 32-bit integers and coordinates overflowing and overlapping. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I have no idea. I don't even have a best guess. My best guess is to believe somebody else until I research it, which I don't see me doing that. This is more of just an interesting tidbit that I probably... I hope I might remember when needed, but we'll see. They're still fun to hear, little factoids. Look at this, we can't even get... I think it's nosing itself down. Pretty sure we're slowly nosing down. Yeah, look at our altitude. We couldn't even hold the vertical. And now that I am vertical again, we're losing speed. I think we might gain again, but it's going to take a while to recover. Yeah, I think somebody... I don't know if it was on purpose, but if it wasn't on purpose, I think they screwed up the thrust between this one and the last one we were flying. Anyway, we need to lawn dart this thing because it's awful. The plane's kind of neat looking, but it is awful. Yeah. We finally broke 1,000, but we had to do it by heading straight to the ground at full speed. Even then, we only hit 1,100. How sad. That deserved lawn dart. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody else can explain it to me. Maybe I'm using them. Well, I'm definitely using them wrong. I use everything wrong because it's fun. You got to head out. Have a good one. Always remember, there's a skeleton inside you, potentially awaiting freedom until we meet again. One day we will all be skeletons. That is all right. Or just a meat suit wrapped around it in the meantime. Take care, Blue. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that one, I keep that one just to remind me that I don't like it. What did I do to it? Let's go to 82. So this one, I was still... See, this is before I started actually trying the other ones, because, this had the biggest thrust. It should be the fastest. So I kept using it. It took me a while to learn my lesson. Yeah, just look at that. They're terrible on the acceleration compared to the others. Landing gear does not seem to matter for those who are new to the game that are watching. Landing gear up or down, the game doesn't seem to care, like wind resistance or whatnot. That is weird how it puts them down. Puts them straight and then shoves them down a little bit. Never really noticed that before. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, look at there. Still not very fast. Do you know why skeletons always know your location in games? No, Myrene? Why don't you let me know? And hi! Alright, let's get rid of this thing. Lawn dart. Lawn dart. Lawn dart. Lawn dart. I miss lawn darts, damn it. That was a fun game until a bunch of idiots started throwing them at each other. I won't say whether or not my friends and I ever did that, but it does not negate the fact that we were idiots. And by the way, these 85K, 82K, 95K, there's a reason these are labeled as miles per hour and these are labeled as K. That was distance on a single tank or something like that. I don't remember how far they could glide after hitting top speed. It was something. I don't remember exactly, and honestly. Oh yeah, I made a biplane too. I forgot about that. This was kind of neat. I don't remember how it flew. Let's fly that one quick. I need something that hopefully actually works. As they're communicating with the skeleton in me. I tried to rip that sumbitch out years ago, but he just wouldn't go. He's kind of oh god, I'm trying not to fall because I'm not getting enough speed. This engine sucks. Yeah, he seems a little overly attached at the moment, so I couldn't get rid of him. I knew somebody was giving away my position. Didn't know it was the skeleton, that bastard. I should paint this one, although I really do like the white look on the planes. I usually don't even paint them unless I'm making my stupid fast creations and whatnot. Those ones, they're ridiculous already, so some paint actually makes sense. But something about that clean look on a white plane when, you know, probably because most of the planes are white that we've ever seen. Or at least mostly. Yeah, it flies all right, but yeah, it flies all right. I do like the way it looks, though. See, let's give it a red Baron paint, huh? Although he would be missing a wing in this case. Had a triplane, not a biplane. Can build a triplane in here? I don't know. Let's try. No, here. You would need more of these. I think it's going to get kind of weird at that level. Edge. Why? No. Delete that. I totally forgot. Life easy on myself. Yeah, let's. A little bit. Close enough, because I'm not even sure it'll work, honestly, so. I think we need one of these, too, and I don't even. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's even going to work, but we'll set that over there for now. Alright. Wings. Are these woods? No, they are not wood. They're these. No, they're not. Definitely not. Maybe they are wood. I don't think any other ones have that ribbed pattern. Oh, goodness. It's going to be interesting. This might be a silly question, but don't dark colors absorb more heat? Yeah, could that have something to do with the planes? I don't think they're that complex, honestly. Yep. Drawing on science knowledge from 25 years ago. Yeah, I don't think their physics on this is that complex. But I get where you're at, or what you're thinking. That is definitely an incorrect way of doing the triplane, but right now I'm just trying to proof a concept, the damn thing. Cannot get them to attach. Oh, there. Like I say, I can't get them to attach on that side. This is more like one of those old carnival planes than the Red Baron at this point. Come on. Come on. Oh, that is really close to right, but not quite. See. Just a scooch. Little scooch. For one, the wings shouldn't be... Yeah, they're... Yeah. Meant in real life. Okay, but don't dark colors absorb more heat. That has something to do with the planes. Well, have something... Oh, to why they do it in white. Oh, okay. I don't know that matters. If it did, why would they paint the SR-71 Blackbird black? Because at the speed it was going with the friction it did, the plane actually stretched 11 inches in flight. And that's when it was actually, that's when it didn't leak. When it was parked and it shrunk back down, it leaked fluids everywhere because they had to account for that massive expansion during flight and all that friction with nothing but air. So I think for the most part, white's just cheap paint. Usually, if you ever look at paint, white's the cheap stuff. And my dad, who used to do the real estate things, they always said to paint the walls white and whatnot so that the person that is buying it makes it their house, not your house. White's a neutral color, so it takes every other color, well, it doesn't kind of force somebody to think the wrong thing, or I don't know. It's not my job. I don't know. I didn't do it. This is not Red Baron-esque, but it did work, and we did actually bridge that gap. When you move that quickly, the sun can't catch up to you. The color black made the most sense. This is more one of those old acrobatic carnival type planes. Very open-minded and padded walls. Hey, those padded walls are comfortable, okay? It doesn't hurt as much when you fall down. Oh God, I don't know if we have enough power for the lift. We have a lot of lift, but we don't have much power. We're really struggling here. 50. Oh, we're going 60. Hold on. Can we break 100? I don't know if we can break 100. Okay, let's see if we got to climb a bit. We're going to need a little altitude, a little gravity to help us with this one. Let's see if we can rip the wings off. That should be our goal with these old planes. See if we can go fast enough to rip the plane or the wings off. But that's going to balance between our speed and our altitude. Because, yeah, not everything does like that jet does. Not everything will go straight up and be happy about it. There we go. I think that's a balance on our altitude gain and speed. I think we're going to aim for about 1,000 altitude. We'll see if 1,000 altitude is enough to gain enough speed to rip this poor thing's wings off. All right, let's do it. Let's see. Right down. Give her sliver. 110, 70, 80, 90, 200. Oh, we lost the wings right before we hit the ground. We win. That was close, though. That was actually very close. I didn't think it would last that long. All right, let's go ahead and save this one as triple decker, as opposed to an upper decker, which just gets you kicked out of your friend's house. All right, so there's the biplane, Big Bertha. These are all Biggins. What was Biggins again? Oh God, yes, Biggins. We were, like I said, we were messing around with all the different planes and engines and stuff, and just seeing how things worked. And this, you might see a slight issue with the landing gear. We had a little problem with that. But yeah, it still works because video game, but that thing is rather oddly menacing, isn't it, with those giant jets? And even these are faster than the damn rockets, by the way, if you'll notice. I believe these are faster than the rockets, or at least very close to the same speed. And these things weigh a metric butt ton and only have, I think it's 40 thrust? Yeah, and a huge profile for drag. So I don't understand. I mean, the rockets will eventually go fast, but I meant like the acceleration, not the full top speed. But yeah, it's and we can't rip these wings off, not with these engines. I don't care how high we went. We can't fall that fast. It'll eventually slow down, I think. But we're not going to get to that point. Oh, well, we can lose the canards, yeah. That's different. Nobody cares about canards anywhere. Canards are for loser planes. Ugh. Alright, let's see here. I just needed tail fins to complete the look, damn it. It's not supposed to be functional. Big ends, balloon. I'm going to have to learn more about balloon. End of stream. That was the end of our game. Last time I had to make sure we saved our plane. Don't want to. That was another one we had for stream. Mock stupid. Oh. Can't imagine why I would call it mock stupid. Holy crap, how many? I wish this was like scrap mechanic, like I could put this on a lift and see what all the individual pieces are. I don't think all the engines are showing. I see some in the fuselage here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm guessing that's going to be another 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, at least 22 engines. That's dumb, but it's awesome. Just playing to its friend. You look canarded today, bro. Oh, God. Holy shit. I think I was really trying to prove a point with this one when Nieto and I were doing our testing. I think I was just fed up because he actually got the jump and had a much faster plane, and I couldn't figure out why, so I went wild on my original flat-bodied, like F6 or F-14 style body. And yeah, then it dawned on me, hey doofus, that flat body is a lot of extra surface area. That's when I basically swapped it for basically the X1 type body. Holy shit, that takes off fast. Alright, well let me see. I don't remember how this one did. I just remember cutting the engines down because the wings are going to fly off, and that's going to lose, what was it, 12 or 14? So those are going to go away fairly quickly. But I don't think this one was as fast just because the body was so big. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we haven't even hit 5,000 yet, and it's not as fast. Isn't that wild? Even though this one has so many more jets on it, it's slower. It needs to hit, is it 5 or 6,000? 5 or 6, and then the wings break off. I think it's 5. We'll see. Or won't we? I don't know. We're not really gaining much speed. What the hell's going on? There it goes. Nope. It gets, it's the wing. Look at the wiggle in the in the contrails. That's that wing wiggle, a little more extended view than we'd normally have. Usually the other one explodes too fast. Try bigger wings. These are the biggest ones you can have that have any kind of durability for long, for being able to get up to speed. But you know what we should try? Speaking of. Yeah, I can't get over it because every time it hits that, it wiggles the wings and slows it down. You can actually see it in the contrail, the wiggle. Come on, get up to speed. Go over there. Toby, you can do it. Like more wings. I think the problem is I need less wings. There we go. I made it do a turn, which causes it to detonate at that speed. But I mean, it's weird to think all these engines slower in a fake scenario where you don't have to carry all the fuel and everything else. That should not be slower than anything, but it is. All right, let's double check here. Anything else? That was mock stupid. The moth I've showed before. What's next? Oh, that was just a stupid actual in-game play. Any other? Too fast for wings. Yeah, I was still on the same. There's no point in doing this one. It's basically the same ship over and over again, just different configurations on engines and stuff. Twins. This is one way. Person was asking about doing the a twin beam, and yes, I know there's other ways of doing it, but I wanted to make. This was my version of it that I wanted to try. I never did get back to tinkering with it, but triple side wings, make a W on each side. And and VTOL World War II and everything. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to the X1. I'm going to delete the wings. I'm going to leave the canards. Actually, no, I'm not. Take that back. We're going to take off the canards. See if we can skip a step. For the hell of it. We're just going to use, what is the best tail wing? You like the double plane thing? That was a double beam plane, yeah. And I guess we'll give it one of these. These are all going to leave us very quickly. They're going to be just to give us the ability to tip our nose up, hopefully. Try deleting that too. I'm not even going to paint it. Let's just see what happens. Nope, no wheels. It's okay. Game doesn't like when you don't have wheels. There we go. Let's see if this makes the speed work. Well, we didn't get a wing wobble. Let's try it again real quick. Maybe I should try not to turn. Okay, so now the wings just popped up. Cannot touch anything. Look at the altitude. Hundreds are going by like so fast. You think that did not work? I don't think that worked so good either. This is working fine. We're not going straight up, and if I try to, I don't have any tail to straighten up, so I can't really change direction unless I drop the throttle, and then I have to wait for it to slow down a bit. Oh shit, we were already over 10,000? I didn't know we were already over 10,000 miles an hour. Yeah, screw NASA, put me in charge of the space program. I can make shit move. I suggest we use drone flying capabilities, though. We don't want to lose this many astronauts trying to figure it out. I think we'd run out of them real quick. All right, let's see if I can turn. No, not yet. I am still climbing. I haven't had wings. I haven't had the engines on in forever. I'm still climbing. Almost up another 10,000 in altitude. There it goes, rolled over again. Gotta wait till my speed slows down so I can tip it down. I want to harpoon this thing into the ground as fast as possible. Just so I can take off and try it again, because I want to pay more attention. See if there's something better I can, or to see if we're gaining by losing, when we lose the wings and whatnot. All right, we're starting to lose speed. All right, cool. Now we're starting to gain speed because nosing over as best as I can figure. Full throttle. 2,000, 3,000. Let's see, 4. I gotta watch the speed. I can't read chat yet because I don't think we're up that high. So I gotta see just how fast we get to before slamming into the ground like a giant meteor, or like a tiny meteor, I guess. We're past 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Bet you didn't know I could count that high, huh? 18. 18,500. We weren't up that high, though. Future NASA. We have tried putting the fuel and rocket engine in the cockpits. Exactly. You have to try that. It saves so much space. And drag and resistance. I mean, just because this would light the whole tail on fire in like first half second and it would suck the glass into the engine, don't let that bother you. Don't let a few facts get in the way of a good time. All right. Yeah, okay, I didn't mean to actually restart. That's right, I don't care about your wheels. Shut up. We just need to aim it straight at the sky. I bumped I was still trying to straighten it out. I mean, not go full throttle, so I have a little more time. I think that's straight up. All right, let's go. There we go. Wings are gone. That rate of climb is really fast. Save us the pilot salaries, but the life insurance is through the roof. Yeah, I think I'd rather not be known as the pilot murderer. I don't think that would be my thing. I don't think that'd be something I could be very proud of. Just saying. Those poor blocks are just doing the jitters. They're not as bad. I've seen some that go really crazy. This one's being pretty stable comparatively. Almost looks like it'd be more aerodynamic going backwards, doesn't it? A little more of a sweep. But you can't really do that. You can't, unfortunately, there's no real way to make a good nose fuselage that I can think of. Maybe I'm wrong. And it doesn't matter anyway. I don't know. Actually, yeah, the fuselage wouldn't break, so never mind. I wish the camera would stay where I have it right now, you know, wherever it happened to rotate to. But when you let go, it automatically goes straight behind you. I wish you had an option to have a free cam. Future literally earned moniker Power Mad. Just trust me. Top of the cockpit engine. Yeah. Oh, that's a reason my name is Power Mad, damn it. It's been a nickname for a long time, but it's a screen name, but what also nickname for certain things. I always, my first car that I repaired up and ran was 400 horsepower. That's something a kid should never have. We won't talk about how that was used and abused and any potential laws were violated in any possible way. We won't talk about that. Damn engine got 4 gas stations to the mile. That thing was such a pig. But it moved. It moved very well. I never did learn how fast it actually went because the speedometer buried the needle at 150 miles an hour. But she just kept on accelerating. I have no idea what her top end was. I don't know who the hell thought it was a smart idea to gear a transmission on a big ass family car to 150 miles an hour in the first place, to be honest. I mean, was that really a need in 1970? Because it was a 1970 Olds Delta 88 with a 455 rocket engine in it. That was the full name. And, oh, we're getting a swing going here. What's going on? It's wobbling. Oh, shit, I totally forgot. I think we've hit max speed. I'm too busy just reminiscing, forgot to even look at the damn game. All right, let's cut the engines. I didn't turn. I just cut I was just slowing it down. That sucked. I call shenanigans. I was having fun. I was going to harpoon that damn thing into the ground at maximum speed. Stole it from me. All right, we're going a straight line. Jesus, where did that thing go? I can't, every time I take off with one of these stupid jets, it just amazes me. Here, trying to turn. And now it doesn't want to blow up, but I try to slow down and the damn thing goes boom. I'm just going WS, WS, WS. Yeah, I like those old cars. I would love to have another like 70s car. I just enjoy them. They're easy to work on too. Oh, shit, that car was old when I got it, so now they're ancient. There's a couple of cars from the 60s I wouldn't mind, but I can't think of really anything from the 50s. Never really a big fan like the 57 Chevy and whatnot. It's an okay looking car. I never really wanted one. Uh-oh. We're losing altitude. Hey. All right. Funny, I couldn't regain altitude once I lost all my wings and everything. Isn't that strange? Not sure why that would happen. How odd. It actually looks like a damn dart. You know, this one actually gonna get the name. Lawn Dart. Even though the lawn dart set we had was called Jarts. Jarts. I miss those. You take a 72 Cutlass? I knew somebody who had one of those, actually. He wanted the engine out of my car. Yeah. Because that was the alternate engine for the 72 Cutlass was the 455. To be fair, he didn't have the 72 Cutlass. He had the 442, which is a modified Cutlass. It's just 4 on the floor, 4-speed, dual exhaust. 442. So it's the better Cutlass. And yeah, when my car had a big issue, he wanted to buy the engine out of it, but I didn't sell it to him because I'm not going to sell somebody a cracked block. I blew that thing up. I ran that thing so hard. I thought I was in NASCAR every day. You're a future owner of a 65 Rambler Marlin. I bet I'd know it if I see it. I don't know that offhand without actual visual on that one. Rambler made some interesting cars. The old Nash Ramblers and stuff. I wouldn't mind an old Tucker. Tucker was an interesting car company. They were very innovative, and they got bullied out of business, though. But, I mean, they pioneered things like, just off the top of my head, the only one I can really think of, on modern cars, when you turn, the headlights turn a little bit to the direction you're turning towards. Well, they actually did that back when Tucker was making cars I think that was the 50s. Old car trunk, got enough space to hide in. Now you can't even fit in your hand. Yeah, old cars you can put new cars inside the trunk and take them for a ride. I put a dirt bike inside of mine, that old 70 Oldsmobile. Yeah, I literally put a dirt bike in the trunk to bring it over to somebody's house when I sold it. Yeah, and it was by far not the biggest trunk ever. The hood, however, I think at the time, I want to say it was the second largest production hood of any car for length. The damn thing was like 7 feet long, or just for when you opened the hood. I think it was 6 to 7 feet long, somewhere in there. It was stupidly huge. Made great drive-in movie car, though. We'd sit on the hood of the car and lean on the windshield. I miss drive-ins. They closed. I think they might still have one that opens up occasionally here, but it's only for special events. Which, that's sad. Look at the moth again. Yeah. Let's fix the moth. The moth deserves better than these stupid engines. Let's get rid of these. Those were awful. Oh shit, the fins were attached to those stupid engines. The land yachts of the 70s were wild. Yeah, right? It was right before they killed all the horsepower out of the engines. I think I want to that down a little bit. How small can we make that? Gets a little weird about there. We need to touch the body at least. All right, so that looks like about minimum where everything meets. I don't really want to change any of that. This one's the moth. I called it the moth, damn it. But we need to give it more power. Because they lie and say these rocket engines are the strongest when these jet engines are clearly superior in every damn way. Yes, there. When everything came block with a V8 and pushed 450 or 450, yeah. Yeah, you had Chevy with the 454 and the 455. You had Ford with the, what was it, the 460 and the, what was their big one, a 480 something, if I remember right, that they had in the giant Lincoln. I don't know. I haven't talked cars and engines in a long time. So I've kind of forgotten most of it. Want that back just a little bit. Okay, just peek through a little bit. Just peek through. Isn't he so pretty? Okay. I don't like how that's fitting with this rear end, though. Her rear end bothers me. Drop. Oop, wrong one. From this angle, it always trips me up. No. And pull that back. Back up a little bit. Base. Actually, no, we can put two. Yeah, that looks better. I kind of like that zoned off look. All right, there. We have a problem, though. That is this. Yep, those will move the engines. I guess we can just shrink it down and hope for the best. Wrong one. Want this one. Oh god, that's a little much. I think we can move the engines down a little bit. No, we can't. That is, but at that level, that is literally as thin as I can go without getting weird. I wanted to straighten out this edge, but I guess we can't. I must have killed the landing gear too, because I know I had thought. Tractable wheel. Wait, is that the? All right. Bring the. Oh, we'll put them on the wings. Why not? Make things a little more stable for flying. They're a little bow-legged though. That's actually pigeon-toed, not bow-legged. That's a little. Not that it matters. Pick that up. Oh. And jerked at the last minute and moved it, so I guess we got to do it again. Oh, it's too chunky for the wing. Still peeking through there. I have to have it peeking through. I guess it's on the bottom. Oh, wait. Oh, it might peek just a touch. Oh, not there. I think we're good. I think we got it hidden in the wing. All right. Check drag. The whole fuselage along the sides. The lead heads on the wings, of course. Yeah, that whole side of the fuselage is terrible for drag. That's awesome. Fiberglass would fly like some of these jets if they put those engines on. I want to know what damn engine that is. I mean, it's got to be... Wait. I didn't check center of gravity, did I? That's got to be some kind of turbojet. For the new generation of stuff where they can go... God damn it. I put all that effort into getting these just right. Oh shit, I grabbed the wings. Alright, back up. I don't want that. I want this. Actually, wait. Hold on. We've got to employ our other trick. Snap. There we go. Still hidden? I think so. They're behind the center of gravity. Yes. Oh, well, you know what else we forgot? We've never put our tail back on either. These are real tail wings. They're just going to break off, though. Yeah, let's not even bother. Where's the canards? Give me the canards. The only things that'll hold. Where do I want them? I think I want to put them straight in line with the others. I mean, this doesn't have to obey the laws of physics and whatnot. Any kind of aerodynamics. We can make them how we want to do it. All right, let's, I'm going to overdo it because put that right over those engines. You, I said, snap angle. Oh, wait, 45 might actually be right. Ooh. I mean, that is going to make it a pain in the ass to move, but all right. I can figure it out. It ain't that hard. Okay. I think we want them, yep, back just a little bit. I don't know if 45 is quite the right angle. I think I'd like it a little bit less, but a little more straight up and down, but it'll do. We're literally just screwing with this poor plane. Poor thing. It's never going to be the same. It's going to be traumatized. I don't think this is going to be that fast, but I mean, it's not going to be slow. It's just, hey, it actually sits on his wheels this time. Congrats. Let's go. It's a cool looking plane. I mean, I think the moth or a butterfly, I did think about that, but I didn't feel like it was fancy enough to be a butterfly, so. It doesn't like turning at 700, almost 800 miles an hour, apparently. Let's try that again. Did I hide some more jets inside of it and make it go faster? At least this one kind of makes sense. The jets leave the body. There's just no air intake, but you know, we're just imagine that there's air intake and it'll be fine. All right, let's see what happens. Maybe this one will blow up on its own. Maybe that was the problem. I gotta nose up a little bit. It'll probably blow up if I keep doing this, but okay, I'm gonna leave it be. Let's see if this one blows up. If it can even get to the speed that can blow it up. I don't know. Judging by its acceleration, it's not going to get anywhere near there. Man, that giant body made a big difference. I mean, it's not even a giant body, just the fuselage being the triangle like that, it makes such a huge difference on acceleration and top speed. Go back to base here. We're gonna Moth Mark II. Yeah, it's not different enough to give it a whole new name, so yeah, I don't know. I tell you, the biggest surprise has been this one. I kind of want to fix. I don't feel like I've learned my lesson with this yet. I feel like there is something more to be done with it, but I don't know what. Take the mirror mode off. Let me try to at least straighten these out. A little better. Front ones look like they snap exactly centered. That's better. That's a bit better. I still don't quite know how this one's working. Honestly, I don't get it. I like it, but I don't get it. I mean, look at that. It's literally like one of the easiest planes to take off with. Let's find out if there's a top speed for these balloons. They've got to rip off fairly quickly, right? We're already going about almost 150. But let's see, we're up to 1,000, so we'll kind of level off here a bit so we can just focus on acceleration. Actually, at 1,000, we can probably nosedive and get all the acceleration we need. Almost seems like it auto levels or tries to level out. Over 200 and the balloons are still on. 250. They're not even giving a warning. Huh. Plane. Save. Good. 5? Balloon? I don't know. We gotta delete one that isn't 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Only one balloon. I think we overrode it. I must have remembered how many O's are in balloon. All right. No. Load. Load balloon. Yeah, it's fine. They are straightened out, so that's good. All right, so I want to change this. How many balloons does it take for? Maybe not that one. I don't like that one. I haven't messed with this one hardly at all. This is kind of like an old Lockheed jet or Concorde. You could make it with with those rotating pieces. Yeah, decoupler with this one. Rotation joint, you could probably make it where it would nose down too. Future balloon, 12 balloons. Yeah. You know what? I think because I don't want this one to become all about custom planes and whatnot, even though most of this video has been custom planes. It is the end of the standard series for the story mode. I think I'm going to call the video here, even though it's an hour short of normal, just because I don't want it to get too confusing. We can do this for a whole stream as far as I care, but I don't want it to get too too much of one thing and not enough of what it was meant to be, kind of deal. So, as always, I appreciate everybody who comes by. If you're watching on YouTube later on, if you have suggestions for series for this game, by all means, put in the comments. I will check those. And there's been some talk about electric and whatnot. We'll try. Time to load up Captain of Industry. I don't even know that one. Anyway, everybody, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. More people liked this movie, or liked this video, and hung out with it on YouTube than a lot of other games. So it's kind of a surprise. Go look, might be around. I will take a peek. But anyway, see you guys on Thursday. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the week. Take care. Bye-bye.